So one of my first immediate goals is to be able to go from the sitting trot to the posting trot, keeping the horse connected. And as Kristen Herman says, when she's an international judge, like Bill Salentes, they'll say, oh, well, Kristen Herman says you're not doing dressage unless your horse is connected and on the bit, okay? So yes, let's go ahead. So we'd like to get Maddie deeper. And of course, when you ask him to go deeper, you shouldn't lose the rhythm. And it's a nice rhythm. And honestly, Anita, he's never really tracked up, okay? It's just sort of his thing. But I would like to ask you to go more forward when you get a better connection. Because going more forward, despite what other people will say, isn't going to put him on the bit. It's just going to throw his energy out the front door. Okay? We're supposed to be driving his energy into the front door, your reins, where you then harness it to the back door. And then it becomes what Carl Mikulka calls, what does he call it, Anita?
What does who call it?
Carl Mikulka call it from the Spanish riding school. The ring of aids, where your leg asks the horse to go forward, comes forward through your seat, your hands receive the energy, recycle it back to the hind end. Right, back into your leg, through your seat to the head. So it's the ring of circle, the ring of aids, right? Your aids communicating to his ring of muscles. So in this posting trot, let's go ahead and allow him to stretch down. Good, keep the trot. So stretching doesn't mean he gets to slow down, right? And in the downward beat, that's when you would ask him to go more forward. And he could go a little bit more forward. All right? And then the upward beat is when you would harness him with the outside rein if he went too forward, okay? So very slightly his stride got a little bit more open when you went down, which is typically what happens. But let's go ahead and bring him back up and together again. So eventually we want to be able to go down and come up and keep him round, okay? Now, I don't know if you could, for some reason we're not zooming very well. The stirrups are actually short, and you're sort of gripping with the knee, and the back of your leg is on the horse, okay? So let's go back to your sitting trot, and how is your leg supposed to be? Little tap with the whip. Side of the leg supposed to be on the horse, knees not supposed to be gripping, and you don't need to think about pressing the heel down so deep because you're not going over fences. This, by the way, is a better sitting trot than the first one. Okay, so let's go ahead, feel for the correct diagonal, come up posting. Bingo, good. And let's go ahead and just go around the whole arena.